Your heart is fine. The test came back normal. Your doctor shrugged, your friends said you worry too much. And yet, at 2 a.m., your body still behaves like something is hunting you. That is the part nobody explains well. We treat anxiety like a software bug, something broken, something to delete, something that means you are weak, dramatic, or too sensitive. But anxiety is not a glitch in the system. Anxiety is the system. For most of human history, the people who felt danger early were more likely to become your ancestors. The calm ones who ignored the rustle in the grass, they left fewer descendants. So your nervous system did not evolve to make you comfortable. It evolved to keep you alive long enough to reproduce in a world full of teeth, exile, infection, and sudden endings. Anxiety is a smoke alarm, and smoke alarms are annoying on purpose. Here's the common belief. If you feel anxious without a clear threat, the feeling must be irrational, therefore defective. That belief is half right and completely misleading. The feeling can be mismatched to modern life without being meaningless. A smoke alarm that goes off when you burn toast is not broken in the sense of random failure. It is a sensitive detector doing exactly what it was built to do in an environment full of toast. Your anxiety system was calibrated for a different kitchen. In ancestral environments, false alarms were expensive, but missed alarms were often fatal. Evolution does not optimize for your peace of mind. It optimizes for not dying from the threat you failed to notice. That asymmetry is everything. A false positive costs energy, sleep, reputation, maybe a wasted escape. A false negative can cost your life. Over deep time, the math favors a jumpy detector.
That is why anxiety feels physical. Chest tight, stomach drops, attention narrows, sleep fractures. Your body is preparing for action, fight, flight, freeze, or appease, even when the threat is an email, a silence, a future that has not happened yet. Notice what those sensations are doing. They are not random suffering. They are reallocating blood, sharpening attention, dumping energy into the muscles, and narrowing your world to whatever looks most dangerous. In a savanna, that package can save you. In a bedroom at 2 a.m., the same package can feel like drowning for no reason. Modern life is full of toast. Deadlines, status, uncertainty, social evaluation, news feeds designed to keep threat circuits warm. You can be objectively safe and subjectively hunted because your alarm system does not read GDP or life expectancy charts. It reads cues: unpredictability, loss of control, social risk, novelty, unfinished loops. A boss's tone in a meeting, a partner who answers shorter than usual, a medical portal that says results available, a bank app notification you have not opened. None of these are lions. All of them can light the same circuitry. Clinically, anxiety disorders are real, debilitating, worth treating. This video is not "anxiety is good, stop complaining." This video is "anxiety has a job." When you only see it as a bug, you fight the messenger, you shame the signal, you try to mute the alarm while the wiring still thinks muting is dangerous. That often makes the alarm louder. There is a useful distinction most self-help skips. Trait anxiety, a tendency to detect threat early, is not the same thing as an anxiety disorder. One is a sensitivity setting. The other is when the setting starts running your life, narrowing your world, and costing more than it protects. Plenty of high-performing, careful, conscientious people are running a sensitive detector. In the right dose, that detector helps you plan, notice, prepare, and avoid stupid risks.
In the wrong environment or at the wrong volume, the same detector becomes exhaustion. Researchers sometimes talk about this as a trade-off. Sensitivity can look like neuroticism on a personality test and like vigilance in a dangerous ecology. Context decides whether the trait is a gift or a tax. Think of it like a microphone. A sensitive mic catches whispers in a quiet room. Put that same mic in a nightclub and the recording becomes noise. Your nervous system did not suddenly become broken. The gain setting met the wrong room. So what changed? Not the existence of fear. Fear is ancient. What changed is the ratio of ambiguous social threats to clear physical ones, and the amount of time your brain is asked to simulate danger without ever discharging it through action. You rarely outrun the lion. You sit with the email. Your body still budgets for the lion. Notice how many modern threats are unfinished. A message left on read, a performance review next month, a relationship that might be cooling, a career path that might be wrong. None of these have clean endings you can sprint away from, so the alarm stays half on, burning fuel fuel all day. There is another modern twist. Your imagination is too good. Humans can rehearse threats that have not happened, may never happen, and cannot be fought with muscles. Ancestral anxiety often had a finish line. The predator left, the storm passed, the conflict ended. Modern anxiety can loop forever because the threat is a possibility space. Your brain treats vivid simulation as partially real. That is useful for planning. It is brutal for rest. This is why rumination feels productive while it quietly steals recovery. You are working the problem in your head, but the body never gets the all-clear signal that comes from completed action in the physical world.
This is why just relax is such a useless instruction. You do not relax a smoke alarm by yelling at it. You reduce smoke, clean the sensor, and stop burning toast every hour. For a human nervous system, that means changing inputs and reclaiming completion. Move the body so the action circuit can finish. Walk, lift, stretch, shake out the charge. Sleep like it matters because threat systems hate sleep loss and will punish you for it. Shrink the number of open loops your brain is forced to track. Write them down. Close what you can. Schedule what you cannot. Separate real threats from simulated ones. The same move we talked about with the Tribe of 150 brain. Limit late-night threat theater. Your feed at midnight is not information. It is kindling. Practice naming the alarm without obeying it automatically. This is my detector. It is loud. I will check the evidence. That sentence alone can turn a stampede into an inspection. And when anxiety spikes, ask a better question than how do I make this stop? Ask, what is this system trying to protect? And is the danger real, exaggerated, or outdated? Sometimes the answer is yes, real. Pay the bill, have the conversation, leave the bad situation. Sometimes the answer is outdated hardware firing at modern static. Either way, you stop treating yourself like a defective machine. You start treating yourself like an animal with an alarm, living in a world that learned how to press every button. If you need clinical help, get it. Therapy, medication, and skills training are tools, not admissions of failure. Understanding the unevolutionary job of anxiety does not replace care. It makes care make more sense. Exposure work, cognitive skills, and physiological downregulation all become clearer when you know you are training a detector, not deleting a personality. One more reframe for the comment section, because it always shows up. So you're saying anxiety is good? No.
Fire is good in a stove and bad in a bedroom. Anxiety is a tool with a range. Outside that range, it burns the house. The point is not celebration. The point is accurate diagnosis of what you are dealing with, so your response matches the machine. Anxiety is not proof that you are broken. It is proof that a survival feature is still on. The uncommon move is not to worship the anxiety and not to wage war on it. The uncommon move is to understand the feature, then decide deliberately when to listen, when to update, and when to turn the volume down. If this helped you stop calling a smoke alarm a personal failure, like the video, leave a comment with what your alarm has been ringing about. Share it with someone who needs the reframe, and subscribe to Almost Right. We check what everyone believes and what nobody checks.